Chairman Netero finally throws down with the Chimera Ant King in my review of Hunter x Hunter episode 122. It's about damn time Cell Jr. and Obi-Wan Kenobi decided to start fighting. This week's episode of Hunter x Hunter did not disappoint. It was the beginning of the epic confrontation between the king of the Chimera Ants and the chairman of the entire Hunter x Hunter organization, and it didn't disappoint. Well, actually, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little disappointed by the Chimera Ant King. I was hoping he would do a little bit more, but it was all made up by the fact that we finally got to see Netero showing off his badass chops, which apparently involves summoning a massive golden Buddha-like statue that will whip that ass. Another thing that I really liked about this episode is that it had this huge Dragon Ball Z vibe. It didn't help either because they were taken to this battlefield by this giant golden Shenron-looking dragon, and it dropped him off in this massive desert with giant pillars of sand and rock, which look like pretty much every single battlefield from Dragon Ball Z. They could do fucking tours at this place. The actual battle itself really hasn't started. It's really just the chairman throwing out some preliminary attacks, trying to see what he can do against the Chimera Ant King, and none of his attacks are even working. He's pushing him into the ground, leaving craters of destruction, but it's not even phasing him, not even a scratch. And this whole time, essentially, the Chimera Ant King wants to sit down and negotiate, because he has this whole brand new plan for the world, which of course involves reforming it and ruling it in his own specific way, and making things fair, and making things all about equality. So much so that in the future, the concept of inequality would not even exist. This really does sound nice and all, but this is just pretty typical anime villain stuff. They have plans for peace in the future, but it involves a lot of murder and, you know, stabbing people with your weird syringy tail. But still, the fight here is awesome because finally he starts to get his attention towards the end of the episode. You can see he's starting to get pissed, and it looks like he is going to start powering up. He goes into a big fighting stance, and even Netero himself is a little worried about what's going to happen here. All I know is everything here was really nice, and the minute the episode opened up, and you saw that it was the Ant King and Netero, I got goosebumps all over. I giggled a little bit. I was really excited for this one, and it didn't disappoint. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the future parts of the battle. But it wasn't just them in this episode. There was also some stuff with Yuppie and with Poof. Poof is actually escaping from the room where Pito and Gon are so he can meet up with the Chimera Ant King. And you can see he's got like this little bit of paranoia about the fact that Yuppie has been changing. But at the end of the day, the best things about this episode, we're finally getting to see the chairman get into a real fight and get real serious about it. And I do like the whole concept of the fact that he doesn't want to get swept up in what the Chimera Ant King is saying. He's just there to do his job and get it done. And of course there's the whole other subplot where he's doing this, and when it's all done, when the job is done, the actual Hunter x Hunter organization is going to take all the blame for it, and that's bullshit, and I can't wait to see where this is actually going, but still, it's all about this fight right now. You know, I still can't wait to see what Yuppie and Poof are going to do. And of course, there's still Gon and Pito. Where the hell is that going? All I know is this episode had it all. Really great artwork, a lot of really tense moments, some really cool action scenes from Netero. All the music cues were good. All of the artwork and animation was pretty nice. The only thing is, I kind of wish they focused a little bit more on the Ant King and on Netero throughout the entire episode as opposed to the scenes with Poof and Yuppie. They could have, I think, maybe gone through those a little bit quicker, but otherwise, this was a great episode. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I just think it was pretty damn solid. I cannot wait to see when the fight really gets started because now the Ant King is really ready to go. And there's also that whole little thing where the chairman has said, if you actually defeat me or stop me in some way, he's going to actually tell him his real name. So, can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see the rest of this arc. Really loving it. So 9 out of 10 for me. Check it out, guys. It was a pretty damn good episode. Before you guys leave today, make sure and tell me what you thought about this week's episode of Hunter x Hunter. Did you like this episode? Did you hate it? Did you have any favorite action scenes? And another great way you can support us is by giving this video a thumbs up. It's really easy to do and it really helps out. And you could subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and you can check us out on Facebook and on Twitter. I'll put links to both of those in the description box below. So, I'll see you next time, guys. Super Kami Guru 9000, out.